I didn't see Abigail in the Zoom.
Hello, please, I'm here.
I'm ah, what name are you using?
Same name, Abigail Ampedu.
Uh, I am looking for the name Abigail. Where is it? So, what is your name in the Zoom?
Please, Abigail Ampedu.
Abigail. Okay. Find you.
Or should I leave and then join again?
Can you open your video?
Yes, please.
Hello, dear colleagues.
Hi, Tatiana.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for you. I'm very proud.
It's not opening.
Yeah, and I couldn't find your name as well.
I see
Please
Tatiana
let
is
me
with us.
join.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Our speaker
Nice to meet-
today. Nice to see you, Tatiana, here.
Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
So I think we will start in like 3 minutes, right? Thank you for joining in such a busy day. So you're in St. Petersburg, right? At another conference.
Yes, that's why I should leave you a bit early and finish, but I'm glad to be with you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thanks. We are also glad.
Hey, I can't share my video.
think we can start. Katerina, it's okay?
Yes, sure. Let's start.
We can't hear you, Katerina.
So yeah, I mean, let's start because I already see that we have for now 43 participants. Jenny, we cannot hear you now. Your mic is off.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now in Indonesia is 4 p.m. and Singapore is 5
5
p.m.
p.m. Correct. Yes.
Moscow and Turkey maybe at noon. Yeah, Nuremberg, yeah, at noon. Thank you for joining us. Today is a special day for this webinar. Yeah, we call it, usually we create webinar every Thursday, yeah, HIMNI webinars. And today we collaborate with the International Council for supporting women in technology and industry, and then women in nuclear Russia, and also women in nuclear Ghana, because we are having a student from Ghana today. These speakers, guests, and everyone, participants who are joining us today, welcome to the 5th session of this Girls in STEM webinar series. Today, tema is Level Up with International Education, Global Paths for Women in STEM. This webinar invites us to reflect on how international experience can broaden horizon, open unexpected doors, and accelerate women's career in science and technology. Of course, we honored to co-host this session with women in nuclear Russia, Indonesia HIMNI, Himpunan Masyarakat Nuklir Indonesia or Indonesia Nuclear Society, and also women in nuclear Ghana. Through this collaboration, I'm sure we aim to empower more young women to pursue global opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Not only as professional, but as change makers, of course, in their communities. This is the very important one. This session will feature inspiring stories, real experience, sharing knowledge, sharing good vibes, of course, from women who have stepped beyond their national borders to pursue knowledge and growth. From Russia to Turkey, to Indonesia and Ghana for today. Today's conversation will showcase how international education nurture not only expertise, but confidence and leadership. Let me briefly walk you through the format. We began with presentation from two experts, one from Russia and the other one, of course, from Turkey, but she is from Russia as well. And then followed by two young professionals, two students who will share their perspective. So after that, we will open the floor for your question and interaction discussion. So please feel free to write your question in the chat box anytime during the session or raise your hand. So without further ado, let me introduce our first speaker. She is Tatiana Obsipova. So she is working at the MEFI University, Moscow, Russia. She is holding a position as the Deputy Director of Openings Institute for Nuclear Power Engineering. So the camera is yours, Tatiana, so you can share your experience, please.
Thank you very much for introduction. Thank you, Jenny. Hello, my dear friends. It's a big proud of me to join your webinar today, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you to Olga and Katerina for this opportunity. I would like to start again from introduction of myself. I'm a deputy director of Obninsk Institute for Nuclear Power Engineering. It's a biggest branch of the National Research Nuclear University MIFI. So it's the main nuclear university in Russia. And also I'm leading the work on the project creation of international scientific and educational training center, which were built in Obninsk for the nuclear and related specialities. It's called Obninsk Tech. And today I was asked to tell a bit about myself and about the project. So maybe my story will give you some ideas about your building your careers and choosing your path. So please, could you next slide, please show. Could you help me, Katerina, if it's possible, to manage the presentation? Thank you very much. So I was born in Obninsk. It's my native town, and it's small city, but it's very famous international for its scientific projects in the field of nuclear energy, nuclear medicine, and even seismology. I will show you later a slide about Obninsk, and you will understand why I like it so much, and I'm so proud of my city, and why we decide to build this new big international center in Obninsk. So my first education, by my first education, I'm a mathematician. So it's math and system programmist. But to be honest, I'm do not worked as a mathematician for a long time. But anyway, I would say that mathematical training taught me to think systematically and use optimization along algorithm, not only in work but also in my life. So this math basis, it's very important for me, and that's why I always talk to my students. You should know math very well. It's even if you will never use it. So after graduation, I was working not just in science, but also do administrative and organizational work. And I realized for myself that I really like to dealing with people and to solve complex organizational problems. And that's why in a few years, I start to work in the International Department of Scientific Organization. Not only in scientific work in the laboratory. A few years of such work gave me an understanding of the processes of interaction between different scientific companies, different organizations, also international diplomatic protocols, and so on. And it was the first time when I began to realize that proper communications is 90% of success of any project. Any project in science, in technology, in your life. So it's because of soft skills that's and importance of this communicative skills in your life. So a few years later, I decided to get a second, higher education in the field of public administration to better understand the management process in organizations and work of the state. And I studied for 4 years more, and during my studies, I had time to give birth to my daughter, and after my daughter was 3 years old, I decided to come to work to my alma mater university. So I returned to Obninsk Institute, and I established international relations. I was engaged in the development of cooperation between the universities and scientific organizations, initiated the creation of new joint laboratories, and I would say with my good communication skills, they helped me to become a deputy director after 3 years of this work. After another 3 years, I became a director of Obninsk Institute of Nuclear Power Engineering and worked like a director for 3 years. At the same time, I again decides to study again and has diploma in the field of scientific organization and university management. And I was selected to the personal reserve of the presidential administration of our country. And today I'm not involved in the operational activities in our institute, but I'm focused on the implementation of large strategic project of creation of international scientific and educational center of nuclear and related technologies, Obninsk Tech. So I think it's enough about me. If you will have some questions, I will try to talk more. And now I would like to tell about the idea of our project. Yes, thank you very much for the slide. So it's about the Obninsk city, where we are. It's close to Moscow. It's 100 kilometers from the center of Moscow. From the border of New Moscow, it's even 30 kilometers, so it's very close. We have a very good location. It's close to 3 international airports, but the main, our famous, it's we are the world capital of peaceful atom. We have a first nuclear power plant in the world in Obninsk. It was started in Obninsk in 1954. We have world's first nuclear power plant for a spacecraft. It also was made in Obninsk. The Russia's first medical nuclear center, radiological center, also was opened in Obninsk. We have very big concentration of, very big concentration of the scientific centers in a very small city. The city now it's 130,000 people. It's not too much, you can see, but anyway, and it's very young city. It was like a city at 1956. So next year will be our anniversary. In Obninsk, we have some main nuclear and scientific enterprises. It's Institute for Physics and Power Engineering. it's about the reactor development and first nuclear power plant. So it's a Physical and Chemical Research Institute. They produced isotopes for medical goals, and it will now is the construction of largest GMP plant in the Europe. It will be at this institute. So Medical Radiological Scientific Center. It's the largest oncology center, advanced practice of nuclear medicine realized in this center. The next one is Research Institute for Radiology and Agroecology. So you can see we also have nuclear implementation for the different parts of our life. So it's medicine, it's agriculture, it's also material sciences, and so on. So we have two big educational organizations in our city. It's our institute, Obninsk Institute for Nuclear Power Engineering, a branch of MEFI University, and we have a Rosatom Technical Academy. It's a training. They train the personnel for NPP for all Rosatom Russians and international projects for all NPP. And also we have, why I was talking about the seismology, we have a Geological Service and Russian Academy of Science. They register of all earthquakes and tsunamis all over the world. So you know how it's important to register these situations very very fast and very okay, sorry, I'm a bit nervous. So you can imagine how big is the concentration of scientists in the different specialties, in unique scientific projects and unique cooperations in a very small city. And that's why we decided in 1953 our branch of MEFI was established, and we were trained the specialists for the first nuclear power plant, and after a few years we have a new specialties. It's information system, material sciences, biology, medicine, nuclear medicine, chemistry, pharmaceuticals, supplies, and so on. And so now we have 3,500 students, and more than 500 of them are foreigners from the 70 countries. Yes, okay, you can live here. It's about Obninsk Tech project as itself. We have a core, would say, in Obninsk in our branch, but we also have a lot of university, most of them very famous technical universities in Russia. It's very big and very serious universities, and all of them are partners of Rosatom State Corporation. And Obninsk Tech project, like umbrella, will cover all nuclear educational programs of most of the universities. And sorry, I have a call. Just a moment. Okay. So and it will integrate the resources of universities and business under single umbrella. Single umbrella brand. when we are working with international marketplace and with international our partners. So could you please next slide, please? Show us. So and what should we do? We have a lot of scholarships. We have a lot of scientific events and science conference forums, educational programs, short terms and big program. We have some unique programs for Russian, for international nuclear fields. You can see here it's about fast reactors and closed nuclear and fuel cycle technologies, thermonuclear fusion technologies, accelerating technologies, fundamental research and particles physics, and so on. Also, some of these technologies are not related to energy, but concern the related, we call it related technology. So it's about nuclear medicine and biotechnology, quantum technology and photonics, electronics, new materials, economics and management in high tech industries. So these are our main areas of personal training. Next slide, please. And of course, we're thinking about our future campus. So now we have a nice campus. We have 100 hectares area for this campus, but of course we would like to make it more attractive, to make it better, more comfortable. That's why we have some goals. You can see below. So in 2030, we will have 10,000 participants and our educational programs, 100 academic staff, more than 200 programs of higher education, and 50 new research labs. And we make a master plan of our campus. We use the best practice of our colleagues from different countries. We use this experience, and we hope we will start the building of our campus in next year. So it's about our plans. But anyway, the main idea to be a global industrial hub for the people from all over the world, all international center, to be international center for lifelong careers management for nuclear industrial professionals, the global center for advancement of nuclear science and technology, and to be a place for key international events in the nuclear industry. We already do this mission, and we think that we will realize it in the future. So I'm glad to invite you to Obninsk and to take part in our activities. Please, next slide, please. Next. So it's about our former activities. So it's our summer schools and so on. And next slide, please. And this is my invitation. This year, 26th of June, we will organize again the Third International Youth Nuclear Forum in Obninsk Nuclear Education Week. So I would like to see you in Obninsk. If you, I will send information and the link for registration to Katerina, and or I can send it to our chat. And if you would like, you can try to join us. So thank you very much. I'm glad to answer your question. As for me, I'm finished. So if
Yes, Tatiana, I think Geni will continue now. And
Geni?
Geni,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there is some
yes, now
trouble
we
with
hear
the-
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tatiana, for your explanation. This very interesting one. And now we are having two students who will deliver a question for you. For the first one, I'm asking for the Abigail. Are you there? Abigail?
Please, I'm here.
Yeah. So please introduce yourself, why you are you are studying in chemistry, STEM. Yeah. You can ask everything to Tatiana about the if you are going to continue study in Russia. So please.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Abigail Ampedu. I'm actually a second year MPhil student at the School of Nuclear and Allied Sciences, University of Ghana. And currently I'm doing my project work on investigating the occurrence and distribution of rare earth elements and lithium in sediments using multi-analytical techniques, which also includes nuclear techniques. So personally, I chose to go into science because growing up, I've been very curious about the things surrounding me. And then I was very fascinated about how chemistry and chemical reaction works. So maybe if you add a reactant A to a reactant B to get a product C, what will this product be to me? Will this product actually have a good impact on me? Will it be beneficial to me, or is it going to have any harm on me? So that has been my passion. So because of that, I decided to pursue a science program in high school. And through that, I realized my passion grew very strongly. So I decided to study BSc chemistry at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where I did my project work on assessing water quality parameters of groundwater injection. And actually, I had interesting results. So because of that, I did my internship at Ghana. I did my national service at Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, where I was placed in the chemistry lab. And after that, I had the opportunity to get a scholarship to come and study nuclear and environmental protection at the University of Ghana. So now I'm a WIN member. I have this Marie Curie Sklodowska Curie Fellowship scholarship, which is actually helping me in my studies. So I'm a WIN member, and also I'm a Ghana Student Chemical Society member, GSCS member, and currently I'm doing my project work. So some of the challenges that I've faced so far is that being in a male-dominated field, most of the times they see it to be like our opinions are not does not really matter. But what I've told myself is that even if I'm not going to be the first, I have to be among the best. So with hard work and then learning hard, I've been able to be on the same page with most of the people in my school. And then also now my goal is to become, or my dream is to become, an environmental chemist who will actually help my country solve many environmental problems using nuclear techniques and other analytical techniques. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abigail. So Tatiana, can you answer her question?
As well as I understood, the question was about the significant milestones. Yes, am I right?
Abigail, can you please repeat your questions? Yes.
Oh, my question.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question
Yeah.
is, how has your journey been so far, your professional journey? How has it been so far? And then what are some of the significant milestones you have had throughout this journey? And also my second question is, looking at your profile, it says you're going to create you're going to create an international education center for nuclear and then related technologies. So my question is, how is this going to be of benefit to maybe underdeveloped countries and then developing countries? Since maybe if we come there to study there, we come back to our country and then there are no instruments or equipment for us to use here. And then it's like, it's not being of benefit to our country. So how is this going to be of benefit to us? Thank you.
Okay, I will try to answer. Thank you very much for your questions. First of all, about my professional journey, I already talked, but I would say about significant milestone. I think it's first of all, it was the very important internships in two big nuclear centers. One of them in France, in Grenoble. I was working in Institute of La Langevin, and second one it's in Dubna in Russia. And both of these internships gave me, I would say, a big experience of international interaction and understanding of working in the most complex scientific projects. When it's a very how to say, the very ambitious scientific problem from the one side, and from the second side it's very I would say very different. The international team of scientists, of organizers, of politics who do together very important, and they should receive very important results. And how it works, how to work together. It's a good experience, and I think for me it's one of the best best experience, and it gives me a lot in my professional life, and I would say not only professional, even all my life. And for your it was so that's why I'm really very glad when the young girls use each opportunities to get internship, to get to take part in different conference, or even in other activities, but with in international countries. You should try. You should see more. You should have to how to say. Katerina, could you help me to say широкий кругозор? How to translate
Well,
it?
it's like a wide mindset, right? Something like this, yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, so it will be very important for you. And what to say about the benefits? Yes, you're right. I would say, let's say like this. So we have three main missions. So it's knowledge transfer, and we offer model training programs to regional needs. For example, African partners learn to deploy small modular reactors for off-grid communities. While South Asian collaborators focus on nuclear applications of agriculture and medicine. So these programs prioritize practical scalable skills over theoretical knowledge alone. The second point is infrastructure empowerment. Through partnership with Rosatom and EAA, we provide access to share some digital platforms of reactor simulations and safety audits, and this, let's say, democratize how to it gives opportunity to our students, to our colleagues, to cutting edge to have access to cutting edge tools. To enabling countries to okay, let's say we would like to share our technologies and to share the opportunity to use this infrastructure, scientific infrastructure in our center. If you will come to the educational program or for the some scientific project with us. And next one, let's say, localized innovation, would say. The center connects students from development nations with mentors to co-design projects like adapting nuclear desalination for grid regions or hybrid energy grids. I no, I think I tried to answer your perhaps.
Yes, please. You've answered my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you so much, Abigail and Tatiana. We are having another student from Indonesia, Devita. Then you can introduce yourself and then deliver question to Tatiana.
Okay, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Devita Armia Purasani. I'm a nuclear engineering student studying in Gajah Mada University, Indonesia. So in my experience, studying nuclear has been really challenging, not just technically, but also because it's uncommon for women. And I have been underestimated a lot for being a woman who's interested in nuclear because it really is relatively close to men other than women. So yeah, but I personally feel like nuclear is what you call energies of the future. So I was really enthusiastic to learn nuclear, and I actually feel sorry for my country, Indonesia, because we haven't been able to build a nuclear power plant. And as a developing country, I really think that we should start to build a nuclear power plant like that. Okay, that is my story. Oh, and for a brief introduction, I'm really interested in nuclear waste, and I've also been a poster presenter in the uh, previous conference at Vienna, ICARS conference, but sadly I didn't get the grant, so I haven't been able to uh, go to Vienna, but I still uh, joined the conference. Okay, that's my introduction. And for my question is to Miss Tatiana. The first question is, what leadership principles have been most crucial in your role as a woman leading strategic development in a highly technical field like nuclear power engineering? That's my first question. And the second question is, when you build an international center like OPNISPEC, how do you make sure the students are prepared for both local and global challenges in the nuclear industry? Because as for me, I think you said that there are many students from all across the globe, right? And I think the students from a developed country who's never been able to see the real nuclear power plant needed to adjust for locally and globally like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Thank you. Firstly, let's say about three principles. I think, I think it's collaboration, resilience, how to say, right, this resilience and mentorship, let's say. So, first, in the technical fields, decisions must be rooted in expertise, but inclusive collaboration ensures those decisions are sustainable. I actively seek input from teams at all levels. Engineers, policymakers, and community stakeholders to balance innovation with practically. So, second, to say about resilience, resilience is non-negatable. So the nuclear industry faces complex changes from the public perception to technological disruptions. As a woman leader, we have learned to advocate for our voice, while staying focused on the long-term goals. So turning setbacks into opportunities for system change, I would try to say like this. And last, in mentorships, I think mentorship, it's our responsibility, and we should try to each other, and to by creating platforms for young professionals, especially women, to help the girls to find their way, and to gain visibility and confidence. So leadership, it's not about authority. It's about empowering others to drive progress collectively, I would say. So it would be my answer. And what about you mean what about our center? Philosophy, I would say, the philosophy of opening stack. It's I like the words of my teacher. Think globally and act locally. It's a very good advice, and we try to design curricula that merge Russian rich nuclear heritage with global best practice. For instance, courses of small modular reactors addresses both local energy needs and for worldwide decarbonization goals and trends. Practical experience, it's also in the center of the idea of our center. And I think I already talked about the soft competences, soft skills. It's about communication skills. It's about ethical leadership. It's about crisis management, intercultural communications. Very, very important. And we need to navigate professionals in it doesn't matter from Oblinsk, so from Ghana, from France or Indonesia. But not only we should navigate them not only in technology but also in societal trust, I would say. By grounding education in both technical experience, technical excellence and human-centered values, we prepare graduates to lead anywhere on the planet. So we work to the whole planet. I think it's our mission. So I try to answer.
It's okay, Devita. Are you
Okay, thank you,
satisfied?
Miss.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you for
satisfied. Thank
question.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
for
Devita. Thank you, Tatiana. There is a participant who raised his hand, so I will give an opportunity to him. Pak Muhtar, monggo.
But we have only 2 minutes because, yeah, only 2 minutes left.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Pak Muhtar,
Thank you very much for my time.
suaranya terlalu pelan, Pak.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you very much for my time, Prof. Jenny. I am from Natuna Island. I have asked question for Miss Oshi Fopa. Could I get the brochure about the nuclear MBA program for disciples like me? I am 51 years old from Natuna Island, small one. Could and my friends, the potential young generation here, join this section and getting the learning through the online. Second, is there any lesson learned from another country, the nuclear MBA program as the unique program? Any example, three simple collaboration, resiliency, and mentorship, like you say, in public-private partnership. Like Natuna, at offshore, there are many oil and gas company, like Oil and Gas Pit, WNC, West Natuna Consortium, and ENC, East Natuna Consortium. For your information, our government has made collaboration with Pertamina University and Akamigas University to train the young generation at their campus for upskilling human resources to one day to join collaboration in managing in the potential oil and gas at Natuna Island. Because now at Natuna Island, at South China Sea and North Natuna Sea, WNC, West Natuna Consortium, there's many fields that the consortium, that the oil company exploration and exploitation. And now at East Natuna Consortium, as we know that the Alpha Exxon now is running to exploration, not exploitation. So maybe how
So
to use.
what is the question, Pak Muhtar?
The
Because
question.
Tatiana has very short time.
Okay. Three. One, could I get the brochure about the nuclear MBA program as the unique program? Second, is there any lesson learned about another country, the nuclear MBA program as the unique program? Three, how to learning the nuclear program for the young generation in managing oil and gas at offshore, not onshore. Offshore at South China Sea or North Natuna Sea. Thank you.
Tatiana, as far as I can see, the same question.
I have right at
you can see in the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Thank
I'm
you.
not sure that like Tatiana's chat is available because she's from phone, right? So первый вопрос это может ли господин получить брошюру о программе MBA в области ядерной энергетики?
Yes, thank you very much for your help. So let me give me please your contacts, and we will talk with you about our programs and also about MBA. It's a new program which we plan to start. It's not yet realized, so we will write more information about this program.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for your...
Yeah, I will send you Pak Muhtar contact through the WhatsApp.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Pak
You're
Muhtar.
welcome.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Thank you very much.
For you? Is the time okay for you, Tatiana?
So unfortunately, I need to leave you,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
thank you very
so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and then don't be bored for joining us again.
I will be very glad, and I'm very proud to be today with you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Very good work.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we already listened from Tatiana about the MEMPI University information. And now we are going to the second speaker, Nurbek Sungur. So she is working in Akkuyu nuclear power plant, Turkey, but she is a Russian one. So the time is yours, Nurbek. You can introduce yourself first and then the inspiring one. Thank you.
Thank you for introducing me. Now I'm going to share my presentation. Could you please confirm when you will see it, please? Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, full screen. Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you my personal studying abroad experience. So, let me introduce myself briefly. I'm from Turkey. In 2015, I received a scholarship from Rosatom and moved to Russian Federation. I studied nuclear engineering at the Peter de Grey St. Petersburg Polytechnic University, where I earned a specialist degree in nuclear engineering with honors. Between 2022 and March 2023, I worked as an intern at the IAEA in the water-cooled reactor technology development team. Since May 2023, I have been working at the NPP in the radioactive waste and spent field management department. My responsibilities include radioactive waste accounting, ensuring safe waste management, and participating in the licensing process. As today's topic is studying abroad as a tool for career growth, I would like to briefly describe the definition of career according to the Oxford Dictionary. Studying abroad, an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. So my personal journey began when I received an email from Rosatom about applying for the study abroad program scholarship. Since my childhood, I had always dreamed of studying abroad to discover myself and broaden my horizons. This opportunity motivated me to challenge myself and prove that I could earn the scholarship. In the end, I passed the exam and interview and was selected into the program. So when I moved to Russia, I faced some challenges, such as the language barrier. Before moving, I knew no Russian at all. So I had to overcome my fear of not being able to communicate. And I dedicated myself to learning the language, doing everything possible to adapt. I developed a language learning schedule and studied at the university's language department for a year. So beyond the language barrier, the culture was also different from what I used to, especially in terms of social interactions and study-life balance. For example, in Turkey, university libraries are open 24 hours, and it's common to meet friends and study together late into the night. In Russia, however, this wasn't the case. And I always reminded myself that this wasn't my home country, and I couldn't expect people to live the way I was accustomed to. Instead, I respected their way of life and tried to connect with them. If there was something I could integrate into my own life to grow, I have been I embarrassed it. So this mindset came naturally to me because since my childhood, I have been curious about learning new things, and in my culture, respect is fundamental. So by harmonizing this traits, I showed people that I was genuinely trying to learn their language and culture while being mindful not to break their social norms. Over time, they began to respect and value me as a friend. And all of this motivated me and helped me overcome every challenge. When you move to a new country to study, you often will start with no knowledge of the local education system or teaching style. At first, you are completely alone, far from your comfort zone, without your friends, close friends, and family support. But over time, you build relationships, create your own network, and develop strong communication skills. From my personal experience, this journey teaches you self-reliance. You realize how crucial it is to solve problems independently, especially when facing challenges like visa issues, accommodation, or academic adjustments. Each obstacle forces you to think critically, adapt quickly, and find solutions your own. For example, living abroad means learning who to contact for different issues, how to communicate effectively in a new cultural context, and which strategies work best when dealing with bureaucracy or misunderstanding. Overcoming these challenges sharpened my problem-solving skills and helped me to stand out in my career. By handling difficulties independently, I proved my capability, often taking on responsibilities beyond my former role, and it showed others that I could manage complex situations, which opened doors to new opportunities. In the end, adapting to a foreign education system and life in another country weren't just about academics. It was a crash course in resilience, networking, and self-growth. So let's talk about challenges. All my life, I was afraid of failure until my study abroad experience forced me to confront it head on. Doubting yourself is human, and even in familiar surroundings. But when you are thousands of miles away from your family and friends, those fears like grow louder. To cope, I learned to seek joy beyond academics. For me, that meant making new friends, traveling to new cities, new countries, joining clubs, deepening knowledge in the subjects rather than the educational. And these experiences didn't just distract me from challenges, they taught me resilience. Every missed train, language mishap, or cultural misunderstanding became a lesson, not a defeat. Slowly, I realized that failure isn't an ending, but part of growing. And in that process, I discovered passions I never knew I had. So to sum up, studying and living abroad taught me to truly find myself and to realize that we only live once, and today is the best day to make it count. The greatest skill I gained wasn't just academic or professional, it was unshakable belief in myself and my abilities. If you take a leap, I promise you will discover strengths you never knew you had. You will solve problems you once thought impossible. And along the way, you will collect unforgettable experiences that shape who you are meant to be. So bet on yourself. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. So thank you very much for your attention. If you want, please do not hesitate to contact me. So that's all from my side.
Okay, thank you so much, Nubek. Very nice presentation and very inspiring one. Yeah. Okay. I will continue to the students.
Yes.
But before that, I want to say sorry to you. I thought that you are Russian. Sorry, I forgot that you are Turkish.
Okay, it's okay, no worries.
Very amazing. I will let maybe now Devita from Indonesia. You are also studying in nuclear engineering, so you can ask a lot about Nurbeck experience on study abroad.
Yes, okay, thank you for the time. Before I deliver my question, I just want to say that you inspire me so much, and I hope I could go study abroad just like you.
You will one day.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so for the first question is based on your study abroad experience, what were the biggest academic or cultural challenges you faced as a woman in STEM, and how did they shape your approach to engineering today? And for my second question is, what advice would you give to young nuclear engineers who want to work across different fields, such as engineering or environment, especially in countries where nuclear power plants is still developing, just like Indonesia? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for your questions, first of all. And I want to start with your second question, first of all. My advices are many, and it depends on, I think, the person's character is changing. But like overall, I may say that like for young nuclear engineers in like developing nuclear energy market, they should cultivate style expertise, combining their technical knowledge with soft skills like environmental system thinking, and focus on becoming technical diplomats, I think, who can navigate local energy policies while connecting with global initiatives to drive safe and sustainable development. And I can give an example. Nowadays, like we all are talking about the climate change, and also how we can integrate into the nuclear field, right? As SMRs are also like very hot topic nowadays, and like they're trying to integrate like this sustainable development, climate change, and also renewable energy, like renewable sources are like nowadays hot topic, like how we can integrate, harmonize this, and how we can create new things. Because of this, as I remember from my internship, there were several ongoing projects for PhDs, especially to initiate new reactor designs for combining SMRs with renewables. My personal advice would be like to get familiar this part. It will provide you to grow fastly, like sharply. And your first question and my second answer. I faced with a lot of challenges, especially like since not very wise aging, you cannot manage some situations, some challenges very easily, unfortunately, and you have to face with it. You have to deal with your obstacles and then move forward. But I might suggest to every woman who is studying abroad in STEM field, like all this process taught me to overcome gender bias through assertive technical excellence and adapt my leadership style across culture, and turning challenges into a drive for inclusive innovation. So these experiences shaped my engineering approach, merging hard skills with advocacy, ensuring diversity fuels problem-solving skills, and mentorship lifts others. Like this is what I can do as much as I can do.
It's okay, Devita.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Thank you so much for the answer.
Is there any following question now? Okay, I will give you another opportunities. Now we are moving to Abigail from Ghana. Yes, Abigail. Your microphone. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Navet. I must say I'm very inspired by whatever you said, and then I think you've really worked hard. I'm really proud of you. Okay, so my question is, I think Devita has asked my first question about the challenges. So I'm going to ask you about what factors actually contributed to your success in becoming a leading specialist in your field. What are some of the factors that contributed to that? Okay.
So would you like me to share some experiences, or just main?
Please, you said.
Could you please repeat the question?
I should repeat okay. So my question is, what factors actually contributed to your success in becoming a leading specialist in your field? Because being in a male-dominated field actually is very tough. And then you've actually been a leading specialist in that field. So I want to know what actually contributed to that success.
Okay, thank you for your question. first of all, and I'm sorry for repeating. So I may say that like regarding my expertise, like my expertise stems from merging deep technological knowledge. As you see, so I don't have enough experience. Like just like in 3 years, actually, I'm like growing in my career. But because of this, I can say so I have not enough practical field experience. But I have good soft skills, and I can integrate, like I can imitate actually this like soft practical experience part to my soft skills, and thanks to my like deep technical knowledge, I can grow. And this like technical skills and soft skills, like technical knowledge and my other adaptability skills and communication skills, they are like both ensuring solutions scientifically and operationally viable. So additionally, persistence advocacy for standardization and adaptive leadership male-dominated technical spaces allowed me to drive impactful challenges in waste management.
Is it okay,
That's all.
Abigail? Hello, Abigail. Is it okay? Yeah, your mic is still off.
Yes, please. I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abigail. Yeah. Now we are waiting question from the floor. Pak Jarod, do you have any question to Nurbek? Because Nurbek is a waste management specialist. And
Okay.
you?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Norbert. Well, my question is about how is the response of the public on the radioactive waste management issues in your country when you are, well, right now it's constructing the nuclear power plant. Is there any resistance or anti-nuclear movement about the worry about radioactive waste? This is my first question. The second question is about the model of the constructions of the NPP in your country. Is a BOO scheme. It means that the Russian will build, own, and operate. But how about the nuclear spent fuel? Is there any option to taking back to Russian about that spent fuel?
So I will start with our second question. It was actually 3 days ago, an anniversary of our international agreement. So you may go through that international agreement between Turkish and Russian governments, and you can check. So everything is clear in there. And for my second question, for your first question and my second answer is, I think 3 months ago, we have contributed Turkey's first national fund within the framework of the Joint Convention on Safe Management, Radioactive Waste and Spent Nuclear Fuel Management. So in there, we actually answered all of your questions. I'm the one who contributed this report as an operator. So you can just get through and check it. I think next week it's going to publish at the agency site. But as much as I can say, everywhere, all over the world, of course, people have some fears, some doubts about NPPs and radioactive waste management, disposal facilities, especially like no one wants a disposal facility where they live. However, with a deep technical knowledge and a good public communication, you can like break the fears and connect with people and open for them new opportunities as well. This is my answer.
Okay. Well, the last questions, because you
Okay.
talk about the public perception, the public survey. What is the latest result of the public surveys concerning about the nuclear power plant? The support, maybe 70% or 60% or maybe more?
I am not sure about the percentages, so because of this, I cannot comment on it. But mainly, especially for Turkey, like as the new developing countries, they are open, especially for the young generation. But for other, like for way wise generation, we can say they face with results of the other nuclear accidents. Because of this, of course, they have fear. But I always say people that what is the definition of afraid or fear? If you don't know something, that means you are afraid from it. It's like for little kids, like they're afraid from darkness, or they are like under bed or wardrobe or something like that. Because of this, we are trying to communicate with people, with public, to be more open, and they are understanding like we are not monsters. We are just like building here a nuclear power plant, and we're going to serve for you. It's just a serving service. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Jarod. No, I'm really confident that you are really a role model. I want to ask you, who is your role model when you start studying STEM?
It's a good question. I may say that like many women, especially like in my family, all the women, they weren't have a good opportunities like as me. Because of this, they were just studied or didn't able to study in their times, but they always supported me to study in the field. This is the fact that at first, when I finished my high school, I started to study at Turkey at the university. And then while I was studying in at the university, I received email from Rosatom. And when I applied for the program, my family didn't support me as much as I expected. But I may say, first of all, they taught me to believe in myself and broaden my horizons. And I may say they are my role models. And then digging into the nuclear field, of course, my role model was Marie Curie and Lisa Meitner, who I born as the same day with them. So because of this, I may say like, all the women who touch entered my life.
At that time, Turkey already go nuclear or building the construction of NPP? Not
On
yet.
that time, no. For now, yes, we're moving. But like on that time, when I applied for the program, no, it was just the project part. They were projecting it.
Ah, very inspiring, man. And as a role model and a professional in radioactive waste management, how do you hope to inspire or supporting next generation of girls in nuclear?
I love to help people, first of all. I love to connect with them, contact with them. Because of this, my main aim is not is prevent any burdens to current generation and the future generations. So this is my aim, and I am trying to do everything that I can do. And for now, I admit that I don't have a role model in the radioactive waste management part, actually. Unfortunately, for now. but we'll see.
You will be a role model for radioactive waste management.
We'll see.
Because last week we had a speaker from Turkey, Mrs.
Mhm.
Gul, maybe you know her, but we
Yes.
didn't have time so much to talk about what is the activity of women in nuclear in there while you are constructing the NPP in there. It's very interesting one, actually. Oh, I have a message from the Devita. Devita, you still have one question. Please, short question before
Okay.
we go to Katrina.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before you mentioned if we should take the leap, yeah, for apa, we should take the leap so that we could widen our horizons. But what if this is just a what if question? What if after you try so many times you couldn't take that leap? I mean, you want to do it, but it's like everyone's telling you not to do it. Do you get what I mean? I mean, like the consequences just isn't right, but you really want to do that. Can you give me some advice?
So my advice will be, if you try so hard, then and like receive the thing that not satisfy you, then try new way. Because you don't know which is the best for you. Only the destiny is like showing you this is the best thing, but sometimes you're completely blind and you cannot see what is going to be in the future. I was like that. I was like trying so hard, pushing, and not receiving anything.
Yeah.
And then like seeing the consequences is not satisfying me. And then I start to change my path and my mindset.
Okay.
This is the most important thing. Change
Okay.
always your mindset. Then you will see, like, you will get everything you want, or everything you deserve in this life.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Devita, yeah, thank you, Devita. So let's say maybe because you are the only speaker today, before we closing these webinars, and we will give the time to Katerina. Maybe Nurbek, do you have a closing remark before you close your speak?
I'm done. Your hands.
Yeah, your speech
Thank
was
you very-
wonderful. Yeah, it was
Thank
great.
you. Thank you very much for this opportunity, first of all. And it was a great experience for me as well.
Thank you.
We are glad to have you here. Yeah.
Yeah, very
I would
good.
love to, by the way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope you are not we will invite you again for our speaker as an expert technologically.
Thank you. With pleasure.
Now the time is for Katerina. You are very inspiring person, so please deliver your motivation.
Mhm. So I want to. Do you see my screen? Right?
Yes.
Everything is okay. Okay. Yeah, I will try to be quick. Yeah, thank you, Genny, for giving floor to me. And I'm really excited to be in a new role today, in a role of speaker, right? Because as a team of girls in STEM webinars, we are always exploring new ways to make our webinars more practical and valuable. And here, we heard a lot of inspiring stories from our speakers, and we truly admire their remarkable results. But the question is how to get there to these remarkable results and how to make our professional path easier, smarter, and more efficient. And to explore this topic, we want to introduce a new part of our webinars about soft skills and professional efficiency. So let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Ekaterina Sanusi, and I'm a member of Women in Nuclear Russia. For the last 10 years, I worked at Rosatom in both Russia and Singapore, and since then Singapore became my home. And I was responsible for analytical function for Southeast Asia countries. I'm holding PhD in psychology, and my scientific interests are all about psychological aspects of professional development. And I'm also passionate about personal efficiency and coaching tools to help individuals to succeed in their personal and professional life. So today I'm glad to share my knowledge, and our topic today is how to stay focused in a world full of distractions. Because whether you are studying, working, or building a scientific career, focus is a key factor in achieving our goals. And distractions is a common challenge today, right? Because we are all facing it every day. Multitasking is often seen nowadays as a must-have soft skill. We juggle multiple social roles simultaneously. We experience constant flow of different signals, digital and non-digital. Sometimes we experience this FOMO syndrome, fear of missing out, which pulls us away from our own goals. And what in the result? So we are tired, we are drained, we have unfinished tasks, our energy is low, and anxiety is growing. So it's not a good picture. And how to improve it? So first, distractions is not our fault. This is how our brain works. So our brain cannot handle this level of noise that we provide to our brain. So in fact, our working memory can really handle only one task at a time. So what does it mean? That means that multitasking is a common misconception. When we try to do multiple things at once, we are not really accomplishing them. So instead, we are constantly switching between tasks, which drains our energy. And studies show that task switching reduces our efficiency up to 40%. Looks like that single tasking is actually much more efficient. So what is the conclusion? To focus on one thing at a time and start the next task only when the first is completed or when you have no longer energy for it. And focusing, it's not about trying harder. It's about creating the right environment and the right mindset. So there are a few techniques that you can implement in your everyday life. It may seem like very simple and very obvious. Nevertheless, it works okay. First thing, prepare your workspace and remove the clutter. Why? Because papers, notes, and other things on your table are signals to your brain to process this signal, this information. And then your brain gets overwhelmed and it's making harder to focus. So a clean workspace promotes much better concentration. The other thing is attention anchors. So we use certain simple rituals or objects to help us stay in a state of concentration. For example, these things can be can trigger your working mood, and it will help you to transition into a productive state. And it can be totally different things for people. It can be, for example, some smells or some like specific pen or notebook, or you can use music for it. But for example, better use when you are working, better listening to instrumental music, not music with lyrics, because lyrics is also additional unnecessary signal to our working memory. So our recommendation is to try to find your own anchors to transition into productive state. one more method which can help you in the everyday life is Pomodoro method. It's very well-known technique, and it was created by Italian students in 1980s. And he was trying to find the way to be more productive. The name Pomodoro means tomato in Italian because he used a kitchen timer shaped like a tomato. And he found out that his efficient way. So he worked in 25 minutes block, and then he had a break for 5 minutes. And actually it helps a lot. And a bit later, scientists from California University found that this method matches with our natural work of our brains. So it's like it's according to our brain rhythms. So it makes us easier to concentrate. So how to use it? Very simple. Set up your timer for 25 minutes of focused work, and then have a 5-minute break. So during this 5 minutes, don't think about work at all. Just grab your coffee, listen to some music, do some exercise, stretching, like whatever helps you. After 4 cycles, reward yourself with a longer break. And the rule is also focus only one task during these 25 minutes. You will find a lot of apps, mobile apps with this Pomodoro method. You can create your own Pomodoro chart and just, draw your tomatoes and simply color them when part of your work is done, when you passed this 25 minutes interval. And it will be fun for you, and you also can track your progress, and it will keep you motivated. So earlier I mentioned that we are constantly distracted by messages, app notifications, and social media. And many times we can find ourselves just, scrolling our phone or looking at our phone too often. And once we get distracted by our phones, it takes us, for example, from 5 to 15 minutes to get back to our track, to regain our focus. So that is why we need to practice digital detox and to have this phone-free time. So with time, you will turn off your phone notifications, you can switch your phone to airplane mode to maintain your focus. So with time, you will notice that this very simple technique reduces interruption and help you focus on your tasks. One more thing, also quite simple, but take care of your physical condition. Physical well-being is key to mental focus. Get 4 hours sleep for mental clarity and focus. Better go to bed, by the way, before midnight. And then your brain, because your brain needs sufficient time to rest in order to work effectively next day. Also stay hydrated, because it shows that 5% of dehydration of your body can reduce your concentration by 25%. So it's quite significant drop. Other thing, just eat well and take regular breaks to stay energized throughout the day. There is a saying, eat, drink, sleep, repeat. And actually it's a great advice for take care of yourself and to stay productive. So that's pretty much it. I can, put in 10, 12 minutes of my speech. So let's recap these techniques that can help you to stay concentrated and focused in your everyday life. First of all, single tasking, not multitasking. Then clear your workspace, and it will help to clear your mind. Work in time blocks and take your breaks. Remember about Pomodoro technique. Practice digital detox and take care of your physical condition. there is a good saying, I love it very much. Where focus goes, energy flows. And when we are focused, we enter a productive state that generates more energy and more resources to keep going and to achieve our goals and to live our better lives. So thank you for attention today, and I wish you all to stay in a best productive and resourceful shape.
Thank you so much, Katerina. I thought that I am very proud to be a woman because they said a woman is the multitasking one. But you said that.
Multitasking. Yeah. But the thing, it's actually true because like it's naturally women are really multitasking. But the thing is, like, sometimes we switch and we do everything in 1 minute, right? And
Yes.
sometimes it's better just to deep dive to one task and like after to make it and only then jump to another. It's more about it. So multitasking, it's exist, but with a smart approach to it.
I also heard that multitasking is in fact doesn't exist. The matter is that women can switch from one activity to another very quickly.
Yeah, it's right. It's like the feature of our brain. But sometimes it's like, especially at work environment, right? It's better to do this single tasking because like switching, when we switch, we lose some like concentration, and it needs like more time to get back to the track. Yeah, that's the idea.
Irina, thank you very much, and thank you very much for all the participants. So let's drink a glass of water.
Yes.
Yeah, stay hydrated. Actually, yes, our physiological state is like
Okay, thank you so much, Katerina. Thank you, Olga. Okay, our because the time is already 5:36 now in Indonesia. To our distinguished speakers, Miss Tatiana and Miss Nurbek Sumur, thank you for sharing your valuable insight and inspiring stories today. You have really opened our eyes to the true power of international education, not just a tool for academic success, but as a pathway to leadership, confidence, and meaningful global contribution. To our brilliant student speakers, Devita from Indonesia and Abigail from Ghana, your voices brought this session to life. And through your reflection, of course, we were reminded that dreams have no borders and that courage and curiosity are universal languages, of course, that connect us all in STEM journey. To Katerina, thank you for the powerful motivation you shared. It's very inspiring one. Your words sparked hope and reminded us of the importance of lifting others, how to live healthily.
true. Yeah, true.
And Olga, your unwavering sport dedication and behind the scene contribution made this event possible. We are truly grateful to your commitment and kindness today. And to all the participants of this webinar today, thank you so much for your participation. And let's meet again for the next week program. Thank you so much and stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Ketemu lagi minggu depan dengan topik yang berbeda. Kami mungkin akan menggunakan topik uji tak rusak dalam dunia industri penerbangan. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Sampai ketemu ya Kamis depan.
Terima kasih Prof. Very insightful.
Siap.
Saya
Makasih.
tuh ini semangat, Prof. Dengan anak muda.
Siap. Ya, siap. Sampai ketemu Kamis depan ya.
Ya, Pak.